Okay, so hey you guys, it's your girl Key coming back at you with another video. So in today's video we are changing the upper radiator hose, and so this is the actual hose. This is the new one that goes on. If you actually pay attention, let me zoom in on it for you. You can see this standpipe right there. That's where this back end on here goes. This back end here goes there. It actually goes down like this. It'll connect in. This end will go right there, where you see that at. That little small end right there, that actually has to loop up under here and connect on to that standpipe right there. And the very end of it is going to connect right there. So this is a good example right here. You can see these bands. This is not the type of band that I just took off of my radiator. There it is right there. You can see those bands. Those are European style bands. They are permanent, or they're clamps. They're kind of like what do you call it? They're almost like cable ties. Actually, you can see this is the old one that came off. You can see where it started leaking at right there. If you actually zoom in on that, you can see where that started to leak. It pulled away, basically. That hose pulled away from that seal, and yeah, it just leaked. All my damn fluid going out, all my antifreeze going out. So that I took off. The thing about this hose is that, so this end right here, it actually has a lock that comes on that end. However, the standpipe that comes out of the radiator is plastic, so it's sealed on at this point. It doesn't want to come off, so I don't want to break it. So I removed the lock from the new one because that one is still sealed in place very tight. So I'm just going to put the new one onto that lock that's in there. I removed that lock and I just put it up just in case I have to have it later. This end, however, it took forever. I was steady wiggling. It would not come off. So when it came to removing this hose, I did have to use these snippers to cut those bands right there off. And then I had to take, for this little one right here, I used these two to like get up under there to break that seal. And once I got it, first I used this one, and then I used this one to like go all the way around it and like break the seal around the standpipe, because it's been on there. I've had this truck for about 4 years now. This is Jeep Renegade 2018 Jeep Renegade Latitude model. And then for these two hoses here, I did start with this one here is the one that I started with. These are actually pliers, or not pliers, these are actually picks for hoses to help break the seal. It's a set of 4. I only needed these 2 that I have out, as you can see. So I did use this to like start breaking the seal on both ends. This end here slid off pretty easily. That one came off pretty easily. This one, the standpipe goes in about halfway up that hose, about halfway back to that clamp. And because that standpipe goes in so deep, it would not come off. And one of my neighbors was nice enough to let me use some retention clamps that he had to wiggle it off, and I got it off of there. So thanks, neighbor. But yes, without further ado, we're going to get into it. People, we're about to reattach this radiator hose. So don't know how I'm going to do with the recording part of it, because my camera stand is not quite tall enough to actually see off in here. But we're about to get to it. Oh yes, and so the bands that I bought to go back on there, let me see if I can kind of get it on there good. Well, you can see it has the little divot in the top of it for me to put the screwdriver flathead down to tighten and release it, because the other ones did not have that on there, which is why they had to be cut off. But yes, we're about to get into it, people. Okay, so it's very important that you keep your ring on the top where that divot is. So this actually is a little easy because they actually have lines on there for exactly where you should have this tightened down. And I am here at about where that line is. So zoom in on it a little bit. I'm gonna have to get a hold up. And if you're wondering how they sliding back on, I did clean these with engine cleaner. I did not spray everything. You can't spray that under everything under your car. But I did use engine cleaner to get it up on there, get it cleaned off, and I rinsed it off, just that area. And then I did put a little bit of WD-40 on there just to moisturize it to help get this hose back on there. So they actually make it a little easy for you. See these lines right here? You know that this is exactly where your band should be going. It's right back between these damn lines. I mean, these lines right here. So let me slide that back up there in place. And these clamps that I am using, they are called T-bone clamps. I got these from, where did I go to? Harbor Freight. It's like a pack of a lot of them. That don't sound right. It's a multiple pack with different sizes in there. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get a little smaller one just to get closer to it. I might get twisted with my finger. Let's see if it's gonna let me. Oh no, it ain't gonna let me. So I'm gonna have to go and try to get in here somehow with this. Make sure you keep it between those lines too. It's gonna be moving around at first, but the more you tighten down on it, the less it's gonna move, and then you'll be able to get it good and tight and secure. And don't do like I just did and dropped it down flathead. Like, I'm really hoping. I did not record taking it off because I had a very hard time getting this one end. The end that I'm putting on now was the hardest end to take off. And I did not record. Honestly, I kind of thought I was going to have a little bit more leakage than what I did, so I just did not want to record that mess, because it definitely was a mess when I pulled it off. I thought I was completely empty, and apparently I had a lot more fluid in there, so yeah, I still made a mess. But anyways, trying to get a hold on it so that I can my damn foot is killing me. Okay, so that's the last band. You just tighten it up, and that's it. As far as this goes, you're going to put fluid in there, your antifreeze, you know, whatever kind you use, you're going to put that back in there, and that's it. You're done. Crank it up, and yeah. Okay, so that right there, I'm going to tighten it down a little bit more. That one has already been tightened to max capacity. This one here done already been tightened very tight. And then I've got one more back here that I'm going to have to tighten down just a little bit more. And of course, you know, this is your reservoir. This is where you will put your antifreeze. And as you can see, that nozzle right there, that is your radiator. So this is your radiator fan right here. Your radiator is sitting right behind this fan, which is where that standpipe is going to right there. But yes, until next time, and make sure, people, make sure that when you buy the antifreeze, that you buy the kind that is for your specific vehicle. And please make sure that you replace the engine cover when you put it back on. There's one bolt that you're going to tighten down right there. Just one. When you place that cover, you're just going to place it down there. It's going to fit down like it's supposed to. And you're going to tighten that bolt right there. And you're done. Just make sure you fill your fluid back up. Please make sure you fill that fluid back up. You don't want to burn it out. And that's it. So if you have liked this video, you know, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe so you'll know next time I post. And until next time, good people, peace.